Hey everyone, Caffeine Man here, and today we're looking at the newest Red Bull on the market. It is their winter edition, and it is Pear Cinnamon. And you're saying, wait, is that even out yet? I don't know. Is it? Hello again everyone, thank you so much for joining me today where I go over everyday energy for everyday people. It is primarily energy drink reviews, but I do the occasional caffeine safety video and caffeinated product, and I post videos every Tuesday night and one on the weekends. And in today's video, we're going over the winter edition Red Bull Pear Cinnamon. Doesn't that sound like it has the could be pretty good? Red Bull hit or miss with the drinks they've been coming out with. Really not many pears on the market, and then you add cinnamon to it, and how is that going to taste? Because not a lot of cinnamon drinks on the market either. The ones that are really go more towards that spicy hot cinnamon. I have a feeling Red Bull might go with more of a natural cinnamon, but we shall see. And somebody might be saying, well, Caffeine Man, has this been released yet? It's only been released at a couple of select stores that actually put it on the shelves kind of early. So how did I get it? So a big huge shout out goes to Mason. Mason contacted me and said, hey Caffeine Man, I was able to get these drinks early. Would you be interested in having me send it to you? And I said, well, you know, Red Bull when it comes out usually shows up pretty quick, pretty much right away. So I usually pick it up on my own. But if you can get me an early release, yeah, I definitely pick it up. And the thing was, I'm always a little bit skeptical because I get tons of DMs, tons of emails from people saying, I work at Monster, I work at Red Bull, I can get you this drink, I can get you that drink, what's your address? And then I send them my P.O. box, and then they just fall off the face of the planet. I don't know why people want my address so bad, but they get the P.O. box and they're usually not happy. So I would have to say it's only like 5 to 10% of the people, and by people I mean not the companies that send me drinks, but actual viewers or subscribers or bots that want my address, actually send me the drinks. So when Mason contacted me, I was a little skeptical, but he seemed really nice and genuine and sincere in his messages to me, and I was happy when he sent me the tracking number and actually got the package in the mail. So thank you so much to Mason, who is a real person, a real viewer, a real subscriber who likes the channel enough to send me a drink to get an early review on it. Thank you so much to Mason. And who knows, by the time this video is released, maybe it will have been in more stores. And if it's not, it really should be coming to a store near you, and you will know how it tastes, because I am going to go ahead, I'm going to taste it out right now. And here's the can. And not really too much to say about the can. The Red Bull cans are all pretty standard. They've changed them every now and again. They tweak the cans just to refresh in the packaging, but they pretty much all look similar. Just change the color and the words on there. This is the 8.4 ounce can, which has 80 milligrams of caffeine in it. And like I said, I'm curious how a pear cinnamon flavor is gonna taste, but I am also curious how I can save money on energy drinks. Are you guys curious about that too? Because if so, you can actually go to caffeineman1.com, where I actually have an entire page of coupon codes to help you guys save money on energy drinks. You could even sign up for a newsletter which goes over what I went over last week and what will be coming up this week. So some of you already knew that this review was coming up. So definitely be sure to check out caffeineman1.com. Sign up for that newsletter. Enough curiosity, let's taste it out. Pear color. Pear. 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 Pear color. Let's taste it out. 26 grams of sugar, in case you guys didn't know. Red Bull not doing many sugar-free options. Let's taste it out. So for carbonation, you got this medium to high carbonation closing in on high. And as you can see, I've added something to my rating system. When we get to the next two sections, you'll see what I mean. But some people had been saying I have been getting a little convoluted in my talk. I used to try and keep it a little more specific and detailed for you so that you could know if it was medium flavor, if it was a high flavor. But as I started reviewing hundreds of energy drinks, people started getting confused when I was talking about the low end of high, the medium end of high, the high end of medium, etc., etc. And I even started getting confused and convoluted. So I've tried to simplify it and put up a number system to match the words that I am saying. Carbonation is fairly easy. When we go ahead and take a look at the sweetness though, really got to fine tune that more than a 1 to 5 scale, so we're using a 1 to 10 scale. I would say it's pretty sweet when it's giving you 26 grams of sugar, so it is going to be on the low end of high. That's where the low end of high is. And for your flavor profile, I'm going to say it's a high flavor profile. They're definitely giving a lot of flavor out of here. And even though that is the number for the flavor profile doesn't represent the score I'm going to give it. It's really only telling you the strength of the flavor and the accuracy of the flavor. You could have a medium carbonation, a medium sweetness, and a medium flavor profile and still score really high on the Caffeine Man rating chart. So these little circles that I'm giving you are just specific to those categories. So let's go ahead, let's talk about what this drink actually tastes like. It's a pretty good flavor. None of the winter editions have actually made it into the regular line just yet. There have been a couple of summer flavors, such as the coconut berry, the dragon fruit, and the watermelon. Those were all summer editions that made it into the regular line, but no winter editions have made it yet. And I'm curious if this one is gonna make the cut because it's a pretty good flavor compared to some of the other winter editions. I think that they're giving you a nice solid pear flavor. And even though they did have a pear flavor once before, that gave you a solid punch of pear flavor. It's like, this is pear and you're gonna like it if you like pear. And I did. I thought the pear was an amazing flavor. Problem was, they didn't really market it all that well, and it quickly came and went away, which made me very sad. So when I heard Pear Cinnamon was coming out, I kind of got re-excited by it, except for the fact that this one has sugar, the other one was sugar-free. But they are giving you a good pear flavor in here, and I think the only drawback to the drink is that cinnamon flavor. The cinnamon is fairly light in there, but I really do think that is distracting from the pear, and I'm a big fan of cinnamon. Let's put that out there. I love cinnamon on desserts. I love cinnamon rolls. I love cinnamon on apple crisp, on apple pie, and cinnamon pretty much on any dessert is really, really, really good. But I also like the candied cinnamons and the spicy cinnamons that you get from like the hot atomic fireballs and stuff. And like I said, there are a couple of drinks out there like that. Red Bull has gone more of the natural approach with the cinnamon, and that seems to be odd for me in drinks in general. Any other company that has tried cinnamon as a natural flavor, it just kind of seems to distract from the original flavor. Does it complement it well? It does complement it, but me personally, I would just like that little bit of cinnamon, which is just be some more pear, but they already did that, I guess, with the sugar-free pear, and they didn't want to go with that same exact drink, so they give it a little bit of a twist, and they're probably adding the cinnamon just to make it more of a winter edition flavor, because you add cinnamon to stuff when you want to make it winter. Is that accurate? I think so. And before I give you my final thoughts on it, I am going to actually drink it from the can, because that's how everyone else drinks it, to see if it's a little bit different from the cup. This is how everyone drinks, especially 8-ounce can. What are you going to do? You're not going to pour it in a cup or a glass for 8 ounces. It is pretty good. You are getting a touch of aftertaste, and I think that the aftertaste is a little bit of the pear, a little bit of the cinnamon, and a little bit of that Red Bull flavor. If you guys know that Red Bull base flavor, you are getting a touch of that Red Bull base flavor in there as well. And I would say that the aftertaste is an okay aftertaste. So where's it going to be on the Caffeine Man rating chart? I think it's a solid flavor. I think it's a good flavor. I do think it is a flavor that I would buy again if it didn't have so much sugar in it. Therefore, I am going to give it an 8.7. I think they did a good job with it. I'm curious what you guys are going to think about it in the comments down below. Once you guys do find it, I'm curious to see if it will actually make it into their regular line or not. Once you guys try it, be sure to let me know. Another shout out and thank you to Mason for sending me this drink. I really do appreciate it. If you guys are curious about Red Bull, I do have a playlist going over everything that I've done on Red Bull, starting off with my original review just about 5 years ago, and reviewing every Red Bull that has been released since then will be in that playlist right there. And here's a playlist of my top 10 videos, because coming up this month is my 5-year anniversary. I will be giving you a brand new updated top 10 list, and be sure to hit that subscribe button. And until next time, have yourselves a great day or night.